So we're roasting a duck for Thanksgiving. This is a beautiful a Liberty duck that it's been our tradition for the past 3 years to actually cook duck instead of turkey for Thanksgiving. So one of the challenges with roasting duck, and one of the beautiful things about it, is that duck has a lot of fat. And when you want to roast the duck, you want the fat actually all to render out, and you want it to baste the meat as it's coming out, and you want the skin to crisp. So the best way to basically do that is to basically cook the duck so that it's standing up. And so if you ever go to one of those Chinese barbecue places, you'll see that they always have the ducks that are hanging by the necks. We don't have one of those big ovens where we can hang the duck by the neck. And so one way to cheat is to basically use the beer can method. So you basically take a can of beer, you empty out about half of it, you stick it down, you plop the duck on it. Problem with this duck that we've discovered this year is that this duck is a lot taller than we have traditionally had. It's a beautiful looking piece of meat. And so we needed to figure out a way to basically do it stable. So the Kim family got together and we put our heads together and we basically hacked together a solution. So the first part of the solution was contributed by Jessica. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this bundt cake pan and we're going to use this for holding up the duck instead of the beer can. So this is a little bit bigger than the beer can, and it also has walls, and so this should provide a little bit more stability. But it's still going to be a little bit top heavy. So what my dad came up with the idea was basically using this chicken roasting rack and to put it to the side and then to tie it all together when it's done. So that's going to create something that's going to be relatively stable. We can put the whole thing on a sheet pan, stick it in the oven, and we'll be set. So I will demonstrate, and I actually have not tried this yet, but I'm just going to take this duck right now and stick it on and show you what it will look like. Here you go. I might tuck in the wings so that they're not just sticking out and drying out, and I could just tie this whole thing up as well. Well, I'll do that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I just want to demonstrate what this looks like. And so what we're finding here, actually just trying it out, this ducktail, you can look right here, this ducktail is actually creating an imbalance. It's sort of in the way right there, so it's preventing me from leaning this whole thing forward, which is really what I want to do. I can actually reposition the legs to sort of act as a tripod. Oh, okay, so that actually works. So if I reposition the legs, if I have this whole thing, you can see the neck is kind of hanging, it looks sort of morbid, but you know, that's the ugly reality of food. We'll tie this here, and this is going to be a nice stable duck container.